Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about what to do on PSO2. From my understanding, there's two types of people when it comes to PSO2. The first type is, there's so much content, I don't have enough time, that's too much of a grind, blah 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 blah. And the second camp is, there's absolutely nothing for me to do because I have everything in the game. And so in today's video, I'm going to be defining a middle path of what I think the bare minimum should be, and then what other activities you can add on in order to give yourself more content and more things to farm for. But first, if you're new to the channel, I do upload PSO2 content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first step is choosing a class that you enjoy playing. So when you talk to the quest counter, you're going to be greeted with all of these menus. I recommend you go to the practice quest over here and just try out all the different trainings over here to see what class you personally like. However, for myself, I knew when I came into the game that I was going to be playing a Braver because I did a little bit of research, I watched a couple videos online, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to play the Braver because the power of anime is on my side. And that's why I decided to immediately just go to Braver, and I ignored all the other classes, and you can see that I only did the Braver training so that I kind of knew how to play the class. So let's say that you want to play a hero because you heard the hero's super broken, super overpowered, then I recommend doing at least the hero training so that you kind of know how to play the hero. And now that you've picked a class that you like to play, all that's left to do is to level the class. And so we've got dailies and weeklies just like every other game. So in order to do that, what you want to do is talk to the daily order Officer Fina. Officer Fina over here will give you client orders. You can do this at level 1. You'll get the exact same client orders at level 1, so you can do this at any given time. And the main ones you want to do first are these three up here. You see the ones with the blue arrows? Yes, these three are the ones that you should be doing every single day. The reason for that is because this will boost your daily boost up here, which was basically a free try boost, which will give you more EXP, more Meseta, and more rare drop rate. So it's very important to keep this up at all times, so do these three missions. It doesn't really matter if you miss one or not, especially if your bar's already full. So you can see here that I did Tokyo and I didn't complete doing the train because the train didn't spawn in my run. So I was like, meh, whatever, it doesn't matter. So don't stress out if you do miss one of these missions. The next thing you want to do is just browse down this entire list and look for missions that give more than 100,000 Meseta. The ones that give more than 100,000 Meseta you just want to pick up. You can see over here that I've got certain quests that are from like a couple days ago that I have not done simply because I didn't feel like playing the game or I just didn't have enough time to play the game. And so you can hold on to these quests indefinitely. So you can see I've got Tundra Exploration, I've got a Buster quest, I've got an Ultimate quest, and I've got a whole bunch of pole fishing ones. So it's like Underground Eagle Rays as well as Daybreak Salamanders, mainly because they all give 100,000 Meseta. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna hold on to these because that's a lot of Meseta and I need Meseta. And so that is my number one priority, to do these dailies over here, as well as any of the other dailies down here that hold 100,000 Meseta or more because I like Meseta. The second priority that I have that I also do every day is when I talk to the quest counter over here, I go to main missions and recommended quests. I make sure I do these three recommended quests every single day, because they give you a special box for the first time you complete it, and in these boxes there's a chance of giving you Tokyo Silver keys, Tokyo Gold keys, and a whole bunch of random items that will help you progress your character a little bit faster, level up your characters a little bit faster, so forth and so on. However, these recommended quests are account bound. So in my case, I have 3 separate characters, so only the first character needs to do all 3 over here. Once the first character has completed all 3 of these quests, the second character and the third character will not gain the bonus box reward by doing these again. So you could do it if you want, but you don't have to. And that is the bare minimum that I do every single day. It takes about 30 minutes to do all of that. And then as for my second character and third character, they simply use the 3-minute method. So I literally take a sub quest, I blast through it in 3 minutes, and I'm done with both characters in under 6 minutes. So my entire playtime every single day on PSO2 is under 1 hour. However, let's say that it is a weekend and I have a lot more time to play the game. I personally run 3 separate things. The first one is Buster quests, the second one is the Enchanted Woods, and third one is Trigger quests. So I usually run these 3 mainly with my alliance because we can all hop onto voice chat and trash talk each other and just have a great time. But just to show you where they are, when we talk to the quest counter, the first one is a main quest in Expedition. Scroll all the way down and right here we have the Bewitched Woods. The main reason why I run the Bewitched Woods is mainly because for my Jutas weapons, I know I could use my Rising Weapon Badge 4s in order to exchange for my Jutas weapons. However, I would much rather farm for a Jutas weapon, get the drop, upgrade it to plus 35, then that way I don't need to waste my Rising Weapon Badge 4s. However, of course, this is only when I do have time. There's also a unit that drops over here that is extremely powerful. I just can't really seem to find it in the drop table over here, but there is a unit over here that gives like 17 PP and like a ridiculous amount of offensive stat. The only downside to that unit is it doesn't give HP, but it gives a ton of offensive stats. So I can't find it. If you guys have the exact name for it, let me know in the comment section below. So Bewitched Woods is the number one thing that I would do if I have extra time. The second thing that I would be farming is the Buster Quest. The main thing that I do in Buster Quest is free mode then advanced. I believe the pattern is you do 2 free matches and then you do 4 main matches in order to maximize your gains for the Chevelle boosters. I think that's correct, mainly because when you do free matches you get this like extra multiplier which allows you to get more Chevelle boosters. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. And last but not least, I run triggers. Mainly the Baron Blossom trigger is the main one that I spam over and over and over, mainly because I want to complete the offset. I'm just missing my back piece, and of course there is the off chance that an Ophistia weapon will drop, and if that drops, then boom, I hit the jackpot and I'm good to go. However, the main thing that I want is the off's back piece so that I can complete the entire set for a future video and also to upgrade my armor. But the current units that I'm using is still the Union set, which is, you know, it does its job, it's alright, but I know that I can do a lot better. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do on PSO2. It's very simple. I don't try to overload myself and try to do a bazillion ultimate quests or to do all these random things. You know, most of the time I'm really chill. I log on and I spend like the first 30 minutes when I first log on just chatting with my alliance, just chilling, just spamming emotes, spamming symbol arts, and just having a great time. And then when the dailies reset, I do the bare minimum as I said earlier in the video, and if I still want to play the game, then I'll do everything else. So I recommend you guys to play the game at your own pace. There's no need to rush for the best gear, no need to play the game for 18 hours a day or so forth and so on. If you feel like playing the game for 18 hours, then please do so. No one's stopping you. But if you're really not in the mood to play PSO2, then just do the bare minimum, you know, do your 30 minutes to get all the essentials out of the way and then just log off and go play something else. I've recently been playing a lot of Hades. I love that game. It's so fun. So for me, for the past 3 days, I've literally just logged on, done the essentials, logged off and played Hades, and that's about it. That's the past 3 days for me. So yeah, you guys don't need to stress out over this game. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye. What can I say except you're welcome?